wherever. That's a person that believes in our Constitution, believes in the rule of law, and also believes that he or she will not be a victim. And that's what I wish everybody would understand that are in positions of power, is that... Oh, it's an Amtrak train, that explains everything. Didn't we pass an ordinance about making this kind of noise recently? The very last thing I expected was to have my guns taken away from me and be thrown in jail. That was the very last thing I expected. There are people out there trying to say that I instigated the entire thing. If I wanted to instigate something, I'd have been walking around 10 miles downtown. Or I would have walked into Walmart with my rifle slung on my back or whatever, because it's all legal. This is Texas. It's legal to carry a long arm. So, number one, I never instigated anything. Anybody that says otherwise is a liar, is intellectually dishonest, or is just trying to make trouble. Okay? Those three things. I know I didn't pick those three things. Number two, the fact that I have this red bandana. All right, as far as I know, we don't have gangs in Texas, and if we do, they don't include short white guys. And I don't mean that to sound in any way racist. What I'm saying is, especially a 40-year-old white guy.
You know nothing about this.
I've been fighting with skin cancer for a few years now. Anytime I go outside, I have a bandana to cover my neck, and I wear a wide-brimmed hat. That's just the way it is. So again, those people out there saying that I'm wearing red as some sign of aggression, or that I'm wearing a military hat as some sign of authority, again, are lying, intellectually dishonest, or trying to cause trouble.
Yep.
Or stupid. Okay, let's add that in there. Number four, I do not have a vendetta, and I think I covered this earlier, against the City of Temple or the Temple Police Department. I don't. And I will stand, as I wrote on my blog, side by side with them if their lives are threatened. I have heard, I don't have proof, I have heard that the officers involved in my arrest have had their lives threatened. I categorically reject anyone that does that. Threaten the life of another human being without having their life personally threatened. As a soldier, I never once fired my weapon unless I was fired upon or about to be fired upon. No one, whether they wear a badge or not, should have their life threatened because they made a mistake. I do not accept any of that type of behavior. And I tell those officers right now, if it takes me sitting out their front door guarding their home to ensure that they can sleep safely at night with their families, I will do that. Again, Texas law is such. If you have a long arm, rifle, shotgun, you are lawfully allowed to carry that rifle and shotgun anywhere you want, so long as you don't, quote, do so in a threatening manner. And that falls under the disorderly conduct clause in our penal code. So if you've been looking for that, it's in the disorderly conduct. Now, I've looked at case law. What does that mean? If someone's driving down the road and they see me with an AR-15 with 20 different attachments on it and, you know, whatever, or if they see my wife walking down the road with a pink Black Rain firearm and they feel threatened, is that what that means? No, that's not what that means. Case law in Texas, anybody that's ever been convicted of carrying a firearm in a manner calculated to cause alarm has pointed it at somebody, has waved it around in a threatening manner. But there is nothing in Texas law that says when you've got a firearm that is lawfully slung about your body, whether it's the front, the side, the back, upside down, forwards, under your legs, strapped to your legs, it doesn't matter. If you're carrying a firearm and you're not pointing at anybody, you are not carrying it in a manner, quote, calculated to cause alarm. So that is fine and perfectly legal. You don't need a permit to do that. If you're a child, you can do that if you've got a parent with you. So that is a misnomer that in Texas we do not have an open carry law. We do. And let me tell you why. Just because there is not a law against something doesn't mean that you can't do it. Laws do not give us rights. Laws restrict our rights.
That's right.
There is not a single law on the books. There is not a single law on the books that is designed to make our rights more easily exercised. There isn't. What they've done is there are laws that make our rights easier to be exercised as opposed to the other laws that are restricting them in the first place.
Yeah.
But we have these rights because they're inalienable. Our founding fathers put those things in the Declaration of Independence. They're in the 9th Amendment. The 9th Amendment specifically says those rights that aren't specifically written here in the Bill of Rights are reserved to the people. So, what I would tell you, and I'm going to end with this. Is a right that you don't exercise is a right that's easily lost.
Yep.
Say it one more time. A right that is not exercised is a right that is easily lost. If we don't, as law-abiding gun owners, walk around with our long arms like we're legally allowed to do, how are people going to get comfortable knowing that they're safe? If we don't walk around, I don't agree with the concealed carry laws. I don't think I should have to ask the government permission to carry a pistol, but
yeah.
You don't have to!
If that's what you've got to do to lawfully carry a pistol, if we don't go and do that to get our licenses to carry guns, the way that Texas wants us to, I guess I'd rather just carry a rifle everywhere, then we're going to lose that right.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're exercising your right and you get stopped by the police officer, and all you do is say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, as your rights are being violated and taken from you on the spot, you are going to lose those rights. The time to fight for your rights is not in court. The time to fight for your rights is every single day, every single minute of the day. And when anyone tries to infringe on those rights, it is your duty, it is your right, and it is your obligation to resist that. Now,
Yeah.
obviously there's a limit to that. It doesn't do you any good if you resist to the point of getting shot in the head by somebody that's out of control.
Yeah.
But if you don't fight for your rights, how can the courts can't help you? If you voluntarily surrender your right on the side of the road, and you go to the court and say, hey, my rights are violated, well, sir, he asked you for he asked to search you, and you said, okay. You surrendered your right. You have no recourse. The only time you have a recourse is when you stand up for your rights and they're still violated. So please do that. Again, finally, I just want to thank everybody for your support over the past few months. It has helped immensely. It's so great to see everybody out here. Please come by and see me, say hi. I do want to shake your hand and thank you for what you're doing to help me to fight this, to fight for my rights, and to fight for what's right. And really quick, a case update. There really is no update. I still have charges pending against me of interference with public duties. And again, this is what I'll say to that. If it is an offense to interfere with somebody trying to take your rights away, then I will be guilty of interference with those unlawful public duties every day.
Yeah. Woo.
I will be providing updates representative. I got some cards asking for it. I'll get providing case updates for those of you that don't live nearby. I also highly recommend that everybody, wherever you're from, go visit your city councils, go visit your sheriff's department, go visit your police chiefs, and let them know how you feel about the Second Amendment. Let them know about your right to keep and bear arms. You will not allow it to be infringed. No, I'm fighting the Army and I'll fight the city. The Army's a funny animal. Anytime a soldier is charged with a crime, just the fact that they're charged with a crime, they get what's called a flag from their personnel records. So really all that did is it canceled the awards that I was put in for, got sent back, canceled my assignment that I had to Arizona.
Boo!
Which was actually a career progression assignment.
Boo!
So, yeah, the Army is doing, unfortunately, what the Army has to do by Army regulation. They've been largely keeping out of my business, which I appreciate. But, yeah, I can't get into that. That's a whole nother animal, the Army. But I will say that my command is supportive of me to the point of just doing what they're required to do by regulation. Again, thank you, everybody. Enjoy your time out here today. Please check out these booths. These people are here to also support the Second Amendment, to support this rally, what we're doing here. And again, please take a moment just to shake the hands of the guys that are here, that are keeping us safe from anybody that's out there that we aren't looking at. So again, thank you, everybody.
May God bless you!